Hey guys, today's video is coming to you in two parts. The first part is going to be a little bit of a book review. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on A Totally Awkward Love Story, and part two is inspired by this book. I'm going to be sharing some of my own awkward stories with you today. So first up, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on A Totally Awkward Love Story by Tom Ellen and Lucy Vision. To give you a little bit of a background on this book was originally published in the UK under a different title with a different cover. It was originally titled Lobsters, which I think does really suit this story. If you've read the book, you'll know why it was titled Lobsters in the UK. Another thing about this book is that the authors actually dated when they were in high school. I don't know too much about the relationship, like if they kept dating throughout high school and they ended up together. I mean, they did end up writing a book together, so that has me suspicious as to if they're together or not. But it also has me wondering how much of this story was inspired by their own relationship. This book is marketed as, well, an awkward love story between two teens. And yes, there are quite a few awkward moments throughout this story. In fact, there were times when I was suffering from secondhand embarrassment because of how uncomfortable I was. Before I go any farther, I just want to say that this book is not necessarily for youngins. I would actually not market this as young adult. I would say that this is more of a new adult story. So if you're watching this video and you're a youngin, I would not continue watching this video because I am going to go into detail as to what this book is really about. If you're wanting to check out this book and you want to know what age you should be to read this book, I would say 16 years old and beyond. So while this is certainly an awkward love story, there's also a heavy focus on these two teens who are trying to lose their virginity before they get to college. I had no idea that that was like the main focus going into this book, which is stupid because I just read the back here and it mentions it, but I actually had read the description on Goodreads. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I just went into this book not expecting that to be a thing. If you've seen the shows Skins and Mad Fat Diary, I feel like this book would be perfect for you. To me, it felt like a mix of the characters from Skins and the humor from Mad Fat Diary put into this book. For me, this wasn't a book where I felt fully connected to each character, which is not a bad thing, it's just a different experience. With most of the books that I read, I feel emotionally connected to certain characters, and this book just felt more like I was peeking in on somebody's life and just observing. There were quite a few things in this book that made it refreshing though. The first thing being that it doesn't take place in the United States of America, which if you're familiar with young adult books at all, a majority of them take place in the US of A. So it was definitely nice having a change of scenery, and with the fact that it takes place in the UK, we've got a different style when it comes to the writing and the humor. In this book, we've got dual perspectives. We go from Hannah's perspective to Sam's perspective. It was nice having those alternate sections because it would keep you excited. To kind of balance this out, because I am mostly saying positive things, there were two things that I didn't necessarily love about this book. The first thing being the pacing. I felt like it was kind of out of whack with this story. It kind of took forever to get to the point, and this is a pretty short book, but I honestly felt like it could have been a little bit shorter and it would have been fine. And the second thing that I had a little bit of an issue with, which I feel like this is more of just a personal preference, there was so much sex talk, and I'm just not a fan of sex talk within books. Again, that's mostly just a personal preference thing, but it was just a little too much for my liking and a little bit too detailed at times. So those are all my thoughts on A Totally Awkward Love Story. If this book sounds like something that you might enjoy, definitely go check it out. So now I'm going to be sharing 3 of my own awkward stories that I thought that I would share with you guys today, inspired by this book. The first story, I like to call this one the Haiti Prayer. So I attended school at a Christian academy, and every Wednesday we had a chapel service, and I was actually on the worship team. And if you know anything about me, I am terrible at public speaking. So I was chosen to pray one week. I get up there, I'm hyperventilating because I'm so nervous about praying, which I shouldn't be nervous. It's just me talking to the Lord above. And this was during the time with all that Haiti disaster that was going on. So I literally get up there and I just say, "Dear God, I pray that you'll be with Haiti. In your name, amen." That's literally all I said in the prayer. I didn't say anything else but, "Dear God, please be with Haiti," which is a nice prayer, but I could have expanded a little bit, and it was just awkward, and I felt so awful after it, and I still think about it today, and why? Number 2, I like to call this story the jellyfish butt sting. So when I was like 6 years old, my family and I went to, I think, Destin, Florida, I want to say it was. I was out swimming in the water, minding my own business, when all of a sudden I felt a little sting on my booty. I was like, "Hey yo, what's going on down there?" So I ran screaming and crying to my mom, and she's like, "Oh boy, you got stung by a jellyfish." So she takes me to the girls' bathroom and just pulls my pants down and doctors my jellyfish sting. in front of all of these girls, and I am mortified. Number 3, I don't have a title for this story, but I used to take voice lessons back in high school because I wanted to be a singer, but my life took a little bit of a different direction. Anyway, at the end of the year, we had to do this recital. I had to learn a song and sing it in front of a bunch of other students. So I get up there to sing my song, I'm ready, I'm feeling confident, and then I literally forget every single word of the song. So throughout this whole performance, I literally improv, I completely rewrite the song. I have a pianist, she's like looking at me all panicky. I'm just like, yeah, just go with it. I'm trying to just get through this, just go with it. It was the worst, it was so awkward, it was uncomfortable, I hate my life. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So those are all the awkward stories that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys today. You guys should let me know down below if you were planning to pick up a totally awkward love story. I'd love to know if you guys are gonna check this book out. Also, if you have an awkward story that you'd like to share down below, please share it. I'd love to hear an awkward story today. Also, I wanted to give a big thanks to Penguin Random House for sponsoring this video today. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. Where's the book? Oh, there it is. Hey guys, today's video is coming in 2 parts. The first part, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a I'm a little butterfly, hey, 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 ho, ho.